Right, so basically my brew is a bit of a balls up by the looks of it. I should have made about 30 litres of beer, and I've made, if you have a look at that, just under 15, right? Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is bring the water to boiling point in this boiler that I've made. And basically what it is just two kettle elements. I think I've showed you this before. So I'm just going to bring it up to 100 degrees, boiling it for a start, and then we can proceed. What I tend to do next is the boring thing really, is I weigh out all the bloody ingredients that I need for the brew. So I'll do a twizzle, and this is me grain that I'm using. It's just what is it? It's pale malt, and I've mixed in a bit of black malt as well, because the recipe calls for 3,830 grams of pale malt, and then I've put the black malt in there as well. Hang about, Mrs. Also, I've prepared the hops, weighed up the hops. That's the one that's got to go throughout the boil, that's the one that goes in the last 10 minutes. And then it calls for some sugar as well. So I'll weigh up all the bits and bobs. I've also got the water coming up to boil. Right, what I've got to do now is put 9.6 litres of hot water at about 80 degrees into the mash tun. Right, so let's run 9.6 litres, so I guess it's just under 10 on there. Right, apparently I've got to get the strike heat, what we call the strike heat, down to 72. So if you have a look in there, look, 74, it's about 75 at the moment, 75 at the moment, so it needs to go down. Needs to go down to about 72. So I'll give it a stir and keep an eye on it, and once it gets down to 72 we'll start adding the grains. Right, I've got the temperature down to 72, as near as damn it, so let's do your twizzle. Where the bloody hell? Yeah, so I've got it down to 72, sorry, and I've moved it away from the bench a little bit because I want to get, you see that quilt? I want to get that wrapped around it once I've introduced the grain. So what I'm going to do now is introduce my grain. Right then, I've checked the temperature that it should be, and it's 66 degrees, so let's have a look what I switched it off then. I meant to do a twizzle. Here we go, there's a twizzle. Let's see what we're on. Well, that's settled at 65. 65. You know, I don't think I'm going to piss about with that. I mean, 65. That ain't bad, is it? 65. I think I'll leave it at that. 65's not bad, I don't think. Or shall I just whack a bit of water in? 65 should be alright, shouldn't it? I'll just say 66. I mean, fucking hell, it's only about bloody natter over, ain't it? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll add a bit of hot water just to make me happy. Yeah, I'll add a bit of hot water, bring it up to 6. Right, I brought it up to 66. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover it with that over there, look. Right, see what I've done here, look. I've done the bloody coats, I've done the quilt, I've done every bloody thing just to cover it up, and I've got to leave it for an hour and a half now. So, oh dear. Right, dear Twizzle. You see, what I'm going to do now, I've got to leave it for an hour and a half, so I'll set the timer, and then I'll go and mow the lawn. Job's a good one. Right, another thing I tend to do is put me, oh, what the bloody hell they're called? Oh, shit. Not malt. How about? What are they called? Hops. Yeah, put me hops in like a... This has been boiled in God knows how many bloody times, so it's not dirty or anything. But it stops it from blocking up the pipes when I do a boil up. Yeah, so that's me hops in there. It's about 62, so it's dropped a little bit, but not too bad. So the next trick is sparging, so let's see what we got on that. Right, the sparge water is 80 degrees, so I'm going to switch it back on. Right then, I've got my sparge arm on. It does go a bit uphill, but I'm not too worried about that at the moment. I could do with something under there to lift it up a little bit more, but never mind. And there's the that's going into the boiling pot at the bottom. So it'll be sparging time and then lift on. So let's start sparging. Right, so I want to wait till that goes a bit clear. It shouldn't take that long. And that's chugging away a little bit. Some of it's going over the side, but never mind. Hopefully this will run a bit clear in a minute. Like sludge. Sparging water's going over the edge a little bit, but not too bad. I've got to get it set up properly, really. So I'll let this drain a bit more, and then I'll put it back. Bugger the bed up, the grain bed. It's probably coming out a bit too fast. Let's slow it down a bit. Right, so I'm just going to do it very, very slowly, hopefully. And see how we get on. It's not draining out the bottom very fast, but there you go. Probably got a bit of a blockage, but hopefully it'll do it. Right then, what I've done now, look, I've lifted that up there and I've drained all of the liquor out, and it's about 22 litres, and it should be 25, is it? Should be 25? It should be 25, but it's going to be a strong brew. So at the moment I've gained this. I want to get onto a rolling boil next, and then I think I've got to boil it with the hops for an hour. And there's me boiling the bag hops, and then I've got my other hops. They add 10 minutes at the end. I'm sure you technical wallers will understand why, but there you go. But I'll just do a twizzle. yeah, basically, let's take my bloody hand off. Yeah, basically, I mean, obviously, I'm still learning a lot and that, and I mean, that bloody spar charm up here, that's no bloody good, so I've got to get the height right and bits and bobs. Well, this is my first attempt, really. Well, first, second, third, I can't bloody remember. But, yeah, you know, so it's trial and error, really. Sorry about the wobbly hand. Steady my nerves down in a bit when I get a pint. Yeah, so this is my first brew, so I suppose it's the first brew that I've done on camera, if you like, so I'm bound to be a bit bloody dodgy. So I've got to let this get up to a boiling rolling boil. Whack the bloody hops in the sack, and then I've got to cool the bugger down then with the old what's it there that I made. Old cooler. That works all right actually. That works all right. So yeah, it's work in progress, but I'll get there in the bloody end. So yeah, let's get this bugger whacking away then, and then we'll. Hey, look, it's boiling. Look, we're getting a rolling bloody what's it there? A rolling boil, a boiling roll, or whatever the bloody call it. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Yeah, so I've had a look at my book, and it's an hour and a half in total. So it's 1 hour 20 minutes boiling with a bag. The bag of what's it? Oats. You know what I mean? The bloody frigging oh shit. You know what I'm getting tired now. The bag of what's it's any road up. Hour and 20 minutes, then I'm going to whack the other ones in, the other oats, and then I'm going to cool it down quick and get the show on the road and that. Hopefully, I'm tired now, so I'm going to do a twizzle so you can see it. There you go, look, bubbling away. Look, it's not boiled over, so we're happy with that. So I'm just going to tidy up now a bit. I am now. Right, it's coming to the end of the 1 hour 20 minute boil. A lot's evaporated away, so I'm not going to have an awful lot of beer out of this. Let me twizzle. Yeah, you see what I mean? It's gone down a lot, but the alarm will be going on my iPad very shortly. So what I'm going to do first, look, is let's get that focused. Right, there's only a couple of minutes to go. Now this, you'd think, wouldn't be sterilised at the top there, would you? But it is, because that conducts heat, and that is red hot. I don't touch it. Right then, I've got another 2 minutes to go of the 10-minute boil, and I shall switch the heater off and cool it down to below 30, because I want to get cracking tonight on the fermentation of the beer. So yeah, it seems to be working alright. I think it's going to be quite strong, this beer, because I'm not going to add any water to it, and there's only about 19 litres there, so there's not an awful lot, but enough to keep me happy. That's alright. So about another minute I would have thought, and then I'll turn the water on and away we go. Start cooling it down. And I'm just going to clean all the old barrels out. It's surprising how warm this water gets. It really does get quite warm. Let's do your twizzle. And I've already disinfected all of this lot. Some disinfectant in there. I switched off by mistake. I'll do it as a twizzle. Right, if you have a look at the old hydrometer, look, if I can see the bloody thing. Where the hell is it? There we go. I'll tap it so I can focus it. You see that? It's about 50. That's 50. Oh shit. Can't hardly see the bloody thing. I think it's about 52 on the old what's it scale. Right. Yeah, so 52. 1052. It tastes quite nice actually. It's quite hoppy, that. I like that. I reckon that'll be a good brew. I'm not going to put any bloody water in it, I hope. Right, a few questions for me fellow subscriber brewers. I know I need to improve the bloody you know, setup, particularly the filtering of the hops at the end. You know, that caused me a few issues, and I lost quite a bit of beer through that. So any idea how I can filter my hops, that'd be great. Am I doing it right with whacking the hops in a bag? I thought that might cure it. Obviously not. And just where am I going wrong? I mean, I should have got twice as much brew there. I've only got 15, I should have had 30. I mean, it should be a shit hot brew. It tastes alright, so we'll have to see. It's 32 degrees, so I'm going to wait till tomorrow and then put my yeast in, I think. Any road up, that's my first video of me brewing. As you can see, I'm a bloody amateur, but I do my best. That's all I can do. Anyway, I'm going to have a nice pint tonight. I have done some beer, and it tastes all right. It tastes all right. So yeah. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next brew Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever. Bye.